ITRBoxing. You heard it here first. Pretty cool videos. And I heard they're also in HD. ITRBoxing.com.
So Canelo and Triple G.
I think it's going to be Canelo Gabe Rosado.
Good. He deserves to fight an eliminator. He does. He didn't win that fight. He didn't win. He totally conceded his entire style. He doesn't box. Canelo Alvarez does not box and stay on the ropes.
So you think Golovkin won because Canelo did not impose his way of fighting?
I think Golovkin won because he outworked him. He outworked him. There's a way you can outwork someone boxing him. You know, counter-punching, walking them into stuff. And Canelo didn't do that. He appeared to me to be running for his life. And pot-shotting. I mean, that's not boxing effectively to me. And I got several clips where Golovkin is actually making the better defensive moves, tighter moves. He doesn't throw sensational wide punches like Canelo. He throws fundamentally sound punches that, you know, fans typically don't see, but I can see the shots. They're super straight, they're super short, and they were obviously effective because the man didn't want to come forward. And if you look at the fight, he tried to come forward in the second round, and then he abandoned that. Canelo. He tried. He definitely tried to check it out and see if he could, you know, put his will on him, and he conceded to it. And he's reduced to running and pot-shotting. That's what I saw. And I mean, we even turned the fight off, a pay-per-view fight, but we turned it off. We were like, it's over. It's over. He lost.
That reminds me
by the 10th, you know, and then he had, okay, so then he had a good 10th, 11th, and 12th round. Arguably, though, you know, Triple G had great moments in all of those rounds too, and his great like 6-piece combination that he threw, all 6 punches got blocked. They just look good. So, you know, when you got a guy who's got a sharp eye who watches fights, opposed to fans that count punches on the gloves or punches that make you go, ooh, they look good, you know. What about he lands a big, great uppercut, bam, right? His head snaps back, but then Triple G, bing, 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 bam, bam. It's 5 punches to 1 shot.
I feel like the way I score fights, I don't always count volume. I look at the meaningful shots of the round, and I feel like you can typically, unless it's a really close fight, you can remember 1 shot that really defined the round, or one person controlling the round.
But can you give a guy a round like that? So I've been involved in boxing for so long and had great fighters that, you know, land beautiful, sweet, you know, well-earned, well-placed punches, you know, counter shots, counter punches, placed. I'm talking about accurate shots. And because these kids, you know, typically down there from LA are trained to throw a lot of punches, we're losing fights because of that. You know what I mean? And it's like, come on, man.
Just getting out volumed with ineffective shots.
So with that, you kind of have to compromise to win. So then you become more well-rounded, where now your fighter, you're teaching him to counterpunch, but if need be, apply the pressure and beat him. And that's what I was talking about in the beginning, is there's a way of being a boxer and being slick and cutting angles and totally dominating and destroying a guy and not getting touched, but not coming forward like a bull. It's called counterpunching, you know, in volume though, not just 1 shot and run. That doesn't get it really with judges. And you know, that at least from what I've noticed, you got a kid who's working hard. He throws 300 punches to your 100, and you know, you're going to get outworked. So you know, I just put a post about this. Used to talk about it with Andre and Dave. Getting outworked is not an option, because you leave it in the judge's hands. You leave it in their hands, and you know, you got to match the other guy's volume, but you got to do it tactically. And there's ways of doing it. You got to be in shape. Guys who can't match the volume, typically they're not in shape. They're gassing out.